But there's a sweet science to boxing. There's a sweet science to boxing.
The best and the coolest thing about my career is called the sweet science.
There's a sweet science to boxing.
It's to hit and not get hit.
134.4 for Frank the Ghost Martin. Gervonta the Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis weighs in at a trim and ready 133.4 pounds.
So I want to talk about Frank Martin being drained. Now this guy right here on Twitter says Frank Martin looked even more drained than Ryan Garcia. I thought there was no rehydration clause. Now because of this, I see that there's a lot of people out there who don't understand what a rehydration clause is. This right here ain't got nothing to do with the rehydration clause. This got to do with him cutting too much weight and trying to make weight at 135. Yeah. Yeah. Why did he look drained and Tank don't look drained? Good question. That means that he probably was around 165 to 170. I think 270 is probably too high, so I'll give him 165. And he had to cut that much weight to be at 135, whereas Tank probably was around 150 and he had to cut about 15 pounds to be at 135, which is normal actually. Anything over that, then you are noticeably underweight and you will look drained.
Halfway.
This is why I replied back to him and I said, this doesn't have anything to do with rehydration clause. This has to do with him trying to make weight at 135 and cutting too much weight. So he was probably 155 to 160 before cutting weight. That means he shouldn't be fighting at 135. He should be at 140 or 147. And here's a fun fact for some of you guys who don't know. Frank Martin, when he was in the Olympics and he won the national for the Golden Gloves, he was actually at 141. That's right, he wasn't at 135. So how was he a teenager at 140 now as a 30-year-old man at 135? Come on, you guys, use your head here. As you get older, your body mass expands and you gain more weight. That means if he was at 140 in the Olympics, he shouldn't be at no 135 as of right now as a 30-year-old man. He probably should be fighting at 147 or even 154 to be honest with you. And no, there is no rehydration clause. He just looked this drained because like I said, once again, he shouldn't be at 135. It's okay for Tank to be at 135 because we see how Tank looks when he cut weight. He doesn't look drained. He doesn't look drained because he's closer to 135 than what Frank Martin was. So Tank probably was walking around at 150 before he cut weight to make 135, whereas I'm going to assume that Frank Martin had to be walking around between 160 and 165 to be looking this drained to make weight at 135. Come on, it ain't that hard to understand. The concept can't be that hard for you guys to get it. When you're cutting weight to the point where it makes you look drained, then that means that you shouldn't be fighting at whatever weight you're trying to make. And in Frank Martin's case, it's 135. But that's okay. A lot of people don't see my channel because it's real small. A lot of people don't see my videos, but it's growing on a daily basis. It's growing and it's going to get up there. And a lot of y'all are going to be educated on this situation. A lot of y'all, because I see a lot of y'all really don't get it. Really don't understand this whole rehydration clause stuff and this weight cutting stuff. But you will definitely get it one day. Wait till my voice really get out there. I'm going to be annoying, so annoying, probably, because I'm going to be spreading truth. And you know what it is. People hate truth. They really do.